Hey, what's up, guys? I know I'll say what's up, although I look like a businessman. I'm the modern day businessman, modern day entrepreneur, right? Because some people are like, you're a DJ, but you're a business person. Yes, times have changed. We are the creatives. We run the world because we create, we innovate, etc. Today I'm excited because he's not coming for the first time. He always supports my shows. He always supports my career. He always guides me and mentors me. And he's one of the best business people I have ever met in my life. He's one of the best business people in the continent of Africa. Unlike other shows where they thank the guest at the end, I'll thank him from the beginning. Welcome to the Billionaires Under Construction television show. And from the beginning, sir, here's my latest book, the second work. The first one, you helped me, you are a part of it. You also are a part of this one. Your name is inside here. And yeah, from me to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Tebeila.
Thank you.
Why is it important for you as an esteemed business person to support black business or black-owned businesses?
That's the only way. That's the only thing we can do. If you don't do that, it will never ever reach the levels of the Jewish communities and Indian communities.
Yes, sir.
So that's why we have to support everything black, everything that comes from our own. We have to support it.
So you taught me to start businesses and encourage other young people using my influence to buy black.
To buy black.
Yes.
So if you cannot buy black, who's going to buy black? No one. Because the Jewish can only buy Jewish. The Indian can only buy Indian. So why are we not able to buy black? Because we are blacks. And remember, as blacks, we are more than any other community in South Africa.
Yeah.
And if we support each other, being 50 million in number in South Africa, we can create a lot of billionaires by just supporting their brand, nothing else.
That's true. So the last time we spoke, we had spoken about some of your mining initiatives.
Yes.
And you were just getting into insurance.
Yeah.
And we're going to talk about what you are currently busy with and what this office is all about.
Yes.
Let's go back to the venture that you were starting the last time we interviewed you here on CNBC Africa almost about 2 years ago. Mm-hmm. Tell us about your insurance company and that space, the telecom space.
We have got quite a number of ventures and quite a number of boutiques. Now, the first thing we have, it was insurance. Then the second one is mining. And right now, recently, we just established another boutique called ETN, which is financial services. And we also have a telecommunication, and we have a mobile. Our mobile currently will be produced in Swaziland. We're working on a factory in Swaziland to produce our own mobile devices, which we're supposed to do it in South Africa, but now we moved ourselves to Swaziland. And telecom, we are more in Africa. We are in Sierra Leone. We are in DRC. In Sierra Leone, you know, all of you, that recently they had the problems of the flood and where many people died. But we are in Sierra Leone having our own telecom licenses. And on the finance sectors, ETN being a newly produced organization where we do the pension fund administration, we do asset management services, we do umbrella fund for those small entrepreneurs, small companies who don't have a bigger fund, but they want to belong to a pension fund schemes. We have the umbrella fund for them.
Now, I remember the last time when we were in the insurance space, you were talking about you were waiting for an insurance license. Yeah. Now, why is it difficult for black entrepreneurs to have their own insurance licenses so they can be underwriting other...
You will remember that we bought a company. We bought a fully-fledged insurance company. And now the South African regulations is very different. Not that it's different in the sense that we are not as yet totally free as South Africans. Blacks in particular. We are not free. There are some sectors which are not meant for us. There are many sectors which are meant for a certain community, which are mostly the financial sectors. And on the insurance side, it was a setback for us when we were told that we can't obtain a license to run our insurance company. But I mean, we bought having a license to operate, but the only thing was a black senior official to write the letter to us and say, go and operate. So we did not operate that license until we completely lost that license. But at the same time, obviously, we have retrenched close to 300 people who were aspiring to be a fully fledged drivers of that insurance company. But we did not leave it there. We said to ourselves, even though we could not get our insurance licenses, we will operate still again as a broker, broking for all those multinationals until we get our license operate and fully functional.
But I mean, somebody can say you're known to be, people call you a billionaire all over the continent of Africa. Things should be easy for you.
It's not easy, but though it's like that, my color is still prohibiting me from obtaining things.
But in South Africa, the government is black.
South Africa is black authority. Everything is black, but the mentalities of the authority is not yet liberated. They still believe that no black man can do anything good, even though they're in the position of sitting on the tables. We had a conference not very long in June of ANC, where we were talking more about radical economic transformation, where you'll believe and understand and think that that thing will be implemented. No, I can simply say it's a talk shop. It's a talk shop, because whatever they say there, it is not going to happen. It is not happening, it's not practical. They are saying we must radically move towards harnessing the economy and make it black economy and build our finance sectors. But the very same people that sit and say that way are not practicing what they're saying.
So somebody else, I mean, who's in America, they think, geez, Africa is such an animal. It's just complicated to go and do business. There are a lot of companies are afraid to come to the continent.
Yes.
And you are in other African countries as far as telecoms
Yes.
is concerned.
Yeah.
I mean, how does one maneuver to be able to do business in different countries on the continent? If you're experiencing such problems in your own country.
Precisely. In my own country, where we believe there's a total liberation, but we all know that is only political liberation. It's not yet economic liberations. So it is quite easy to go out of Africa and do business in Africa than do in South Africa. I can tell you that thing. In South Africa, yes, the environment is conducive, everything is fine. When it comes to the decision making, I can simply tell you that the color of the skin matters most.
So you're saying it's easier to do business in other countries than in South Africa?
Because in other countries, remember, in other countries, there is no segregation of the colors. You can do business as you want. In South Africa, you can do it. But at the end of the day, the determining factor will still be, I'll give an example with our brand. Your brand is a phenomenal brand, More Fire. It's a phenomenal brand which there's no way you cannot miss it. But you go to the shelves of other shops like Pick and Pay, like Checkers, you won't find more Fire in those stores. Why is it like that? It's because there's a monopoly issue that only one man in the country must determine and decide where your brand must be, which shelf must be occupied. So it's not because of anything, but somebody there, young fellow from UCT University or from West University or from Pretoria University, young white fellow, come with the same thing that you come up with. Within a minute, that thing is in the shelves. I'll give you an example. One of my other life, I'm a judge of entrepreneurs. I judge global entrepreneurs. And I sit down and I analyze the business plans of many global entrepreneurs from Mexico, from Russia, from France, from all over. And we sit with quite big names there in that. And as we sit down, we look into many business plans, which at the end we approve them. And within a minute, you see those brands going all over. And I can't mention the names of those brands. But right now, there are global leaders, those brands. In South Africa, the global leaders in South Africa when it comes to brand. But they were all born 5 years, 6 years, 7 years ago. Same as you. If you start a brand today and you don't expect that it will fly the same way as the one that we saw yesterday, you see. And it's so unfortunate. And I was sitting in Cape Town one day on these panels, and I see there's no black person in that panels. And I'm sitting there. I'm a black man, but anyone who come for interview to look at the kinds of business plans they can present, none of them was a black. They're all white. And I'm going to address the conference, and the conference, all of it is white. Yes, fine. Anyway, we've got the blacks who do the same thing, white who do the same thing. But I've got a problem when a black person initiate something and there's no support.
When you were a class teacher going around selling bus tickets in the buses, using public transport in the streets of Limpopo, did you ever think that one day you'll become a billionaire?
I never thought of that. I thought I was only focusing more on what that times give me joy. And that was to bring money into my pocket and bring food into my stomach.
So you never thought you'll be where you are
I never
today?
thought of anything, but I was thinking only about the current situations in which I found myself in. I was in a desperate need, that I was in need of at least to have a plate on my table. As a teacher, having not to get any salary for those 6 months, I have to make a means of survivals.
Wow.
And the only means was to wake up in the morning at 3 o'clock, go to the bus stop, buy what you call weekly tickets, sell them to those who are going to Marwastad, a single ticket, again Marwastad, go back again with the same tickets. But when I arrive there, it's about 7 o'clock in the morning, and I put on my tie, I go to school and I teach. No one at school will know that, by the way, I wake up in the morning at 3 o'clock, and now I'm in a classroom. They will think I slept like anybody else, I wake up like anybody else. And no, I wake up at 3 o'clock, I went to go and do my business in the morning. 7 o'clock, the time for school, I am in the classroom. I'm teaching.
But before we go, a lot of young entrepreneurs are watching, people like myself who are at a level where we are doing okay, but we want to get to your level one day. And I mean, you know, we've been running business, we make a lot of mistakes, we learn, we lose a lot of money, but we've tasted the few millions. But we want to go to your level. How does people like ourselves get to your level? And this is the advice I'm asking you to give to my viewers. Because usually I'd ask you to give advice to any ordinary person that's watching out there, but you're going to give advice to active entrepreneurs currently who are doing well, but who want to get to the next level.
Yes, I'm just simply saying they must believe in what they're doing, and they must pursue and push for what they believe it will take them to higher level, but they must also conduct the business with high integrity. Because once they lose a credibility for small things, they will never recover that thing. One mistake in business, you're out. So in all spheres, they must make sure that whatever they do it they conduct the business with high integrity. And they must pursue and must push and not go back. They must have a sleepless night that thinks not about money. They must think about what they believe is their passion, what they like most, not what they want to achieve. Money will always come, but it mustn't be a thing that says, I want to make billions of rands, and therefore I want to do this. So your focus will never be on what you're doing. Your focus is going to be on the billion rands, which is not even there. So we'll call it a dream. And when you dream, they'll call you a dreamer, because you dream, but your dream is not realized.
So he spoke about passion. He spoke about loving what you do and not necessarily focusing on the money.
No.
Loving what you do is called passion. Passion brings you to your purpose, which is what he's living, which is what I'm living, which is what other teenagers are living. It's just purpose. Just choose what you want to do, what you love, and focus on it. The money will come later on its own.
But you must be able to bear in mind that one. It must always be somewhere in the corner to occupy. But the biggest thing that must occupy you is the product which can be bought by the world that will bring that billion in your pocket.
From the dusty streets of Limpopo to a school teacher to the construction industry, he's been a teacher before, the insurance industry, the mining sector, right now is in financial services. Billionaire Dr. Tebeila. Today is a doctor, he also ministers. He's a minister, he's a man of God. So may God bless you, and thank you very much for joining us.